John, a very good 3 points for your side. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, because we discussed all week that tonight would be first home game, a difficult game because Waterford are building a very strong team. They have a lot of strength, and it was a swirling wind, difficult first half. We found it difficult on the ball, but to be fair to Waterford, they made it very difficult. They packed midfield with 4 midfielders, and it was difficult for us in the first half. But at half time we rejigged a few things, and we just felt to get the intensity up, start getting on the ball, and we always felt get the first score and the game will open up. And second half we were really, really good.
What was the message to the lads at half time?
It was just we weren't doing enough. We weren't winning second balls. You're in a battle. We've an incredible crowd. First game of the season, 6,500 people. Just like to thank the support. It's incredible what's been down here in the last couple of years. First home game, and bitterly cold like the numbers out there. And they could see it was a frustrating first half, that it was difficult, but they knew that this is the way it's going to be this season, and we need to be ready for that. And the second half, at half time, we just made a few switches. McNamee came inside, and we got a grip in the game, and we looked much more livelier. And once the first goal went in, I think from then on we were, we looked that we might score a few more. And over the 90 minutes, I think then we were much better in the second half.
John, derbies by nature, I suppose, are usually tense affairs and tough. But did it surprise you, the amount of ball they had in the first half?
No, it didn't, because we watched them last week, and they've some quality players. Obviously, Bastian Heary, we know him, and we know Gavin, and Paul Keegan is a very established player. So we watched them last week, and they were playing that narrow midfield and keeping the ball and moving it well. And I suppose they were dropping off them when we had it and packing it. So we ended the goal. We were going a bit too long, and without Cummins maybe there it was difficult. But at the same time, we just hadn't done enough. I know it was a swirling wind, but we just hadn't been on the ball and hadn't played enough, and we hadn't won enough of balls. And just at half time, we just said, look, you need to start winning second balls, getting back into the game, and start passing it and moving it. And certainly, McNamee was a lot more instrumental. Sadler was a lot more instrumental, and Garrod and Gary Buckley began to getting on the ball as well a lot more. So we started the second half well, and we were more like ourselves, and we had a chance to score, keep them in a good state. Then we got the goal, and once we got the goal, I think then they had to come out, and the game opened up. It suited us. So and we got a great second goal with Sadler dinking the ball in over for Gary Buckley. So but overall, it's early days, but in front of such a big crowd, it's brilliant for them to go home and see a good second half performance.
Yeah, I was going to say that, John. Like with the games you've played so far, 3 matches, 9 goals is satisfying in that respect. Obviously, to score 9 goals in 3 matches, and as you mentioned, the big crowd here tonight again is hugely encouraging, isn't it?
Well, we know this year that we have to, score goals, and and we've identified, obviously, Kieran Sadler come back in pre-season. He knows what the club want. Barry McNamee has come in, so we have guys who can create and open opportunities. And in a game like that tonight, we needed that, because it was tight and you needed a bit of magic, and the guys were very, very good in the second half. So we've been getting goals, and when you look at that, Cummins had been missing, which was unfortunate, but he'll be back in for Monday. So but overall, it was a solid performance, because while Waterford did frustrate us and cause us some problems, didn't have any chance, or Mark didn't seem to have any shot and goal. So from that point of view, we're very happy. It's a clean sheet as well.
And the 2 local boys are really well fit. A great season last year. Garrod and Gary been doing really well fit. You seen a big improvement in their play? Like, is this kick on again now?
No, they're just 2 fantastic players. Every manager in this country would love to have the 2 of them in their team. I keep saying they're just 2 fantastic players. They never get the credit. They never get any awards, and but maybe that's better off that they don't actually. So because they're 2 lovely guys, and they're really 2 great footballers.
That Waterford team will take points off teams this year, won't they, John?
Everyone will take points off everyone, because it's that type of league. Teams are good, and what we have to do is a situation like that type of performance tonight, and the way Waterford set up and the way they came down, we have to prepare for that, because that'll be a lot of that will go on this year, and we have to be patient and be clever enough to open up teams and have good passing and good movement and good creativity to do that. So but tonight was a good win for us.
John, you said during the week, like, how important it would be to stay patient, like when Waterford would come and try and shut you down. So go from that point of view, that nobody kind of did panic too early, and eventually the goal came. Yeah,
but I think to be honest, the swirling wind was difficult, but at the same time, we just hadn't done enough. And you can't make excuses and look at the wind or look at what Waterford done. We still have to do enough because that's the way it's going to be. And but in the second half, we started creating, and our creativity came out, and we're moving the ball quicker, and we're getting the overlaps. And Griff was causing problems on one wing, Beattie was causing problems on the other wing. So we needed that energy in the team, and we got at it in the second half, and rightly so, and it showed how good we were then.
And how difficult is the 3-day turnaround now before a long trip up to Sligo?
Well, it's difficult because it's the start of the season and you're just out of pre-season, and it's very difficult to play 3 games in 7 days. But look, it's the same for everyone, and there's no excuse, and we're professional people, and look, we love the old journeys up to Sligo.
John, what have you said to Shane Griffin about how he has so much potential and how he can fulfil it, and maybe iron out some issues he still has? Is he a player you think has an awful lot to offer? He looks like
Absolutely.
he could be a really major player.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work with him pre-season. He's a phenomenal player. He had been in Reading, been on the verge of the first team, change of manager, went down the pecking order, lost his confidence, came home. He came into our team. Kevin O'Connor had been ahead of him. There wasn't much between them, but Kevin had been solid and reliable for us. And then Kevin moved on, and Shane comes in and did incredibly well. It was like as if we hadn't lost Kevin, because Shane had come in and done very well. And they're slightly different players, but definitely this year we're trying to work on his going forward, because he's incredible pace, great feet, great skill, and so there were certain areas like that, and we're encouraging him to get forward, because he can open up defences. And in the second half he was brilliant. Even the first half, but particularly the second half, getting around the back and putting some great crosses in. And he's a very, very, very clever player. So I would hope that he'll come out more on himself, because sometimes when guys come back like that, they lose a bit of confidence, and you need to bring it out of them. But hopefully this year we'll see better good things from him.
John, what about you spoke about promotion of the league in Ireland, the League of Ireland itself. 2 games in, I mean, you had 6,500 plus there tonight. In Cork, are you happy with the buzz? Are you happy with the way the game is being promoted, the way Cork City are being promoted? I mean, you must be. Oh
no, from our point of view,
yeah.
And I suppose I'm a long playing record on the other stuff, but look, at the most important thing, of course, in Cork, because I know that a successful team down here from my history, people come out and follow you because they follow all sports. You know what I mean? You look, you're within a couple of 100 yards of 2 grounds that have 14 or 50,000 people. So that's the way Cork is. And then on Sunday you'll have a double header down in the park. You'll have another probably 10 or 12,000 people. That's the way it is. So there was never any doubt that down in Cork, because the coverage we get is phenomenal, and will always be once the team is doing well, and the people will always come out once the team is doing well. So there's never a doubt in my head that if we're doing well, we'd have these crowds. And I suppose maybe the fact that they've come out so quickly and so early over the last couple of years has been phenomenal. But that's what we need to keep that momentum. But it's good, and it's great for, that's why I keep saying, if you can send them home with a smile on their feet or a smile on their face, it means the next week that you're another home game, and they'll come again, hopefully.